Hundreds of city employees have already been laid off. Hundreds more will be to make up for a shortfall in the city's budget.
But before getting rid of hard-working city employees, why not get rid of the dead weight the CBS 2 investigative team has been exposing for years? Pam Zeckman is here with the latest on how your dollars are being wasted. Pam.
And Antonio and Linda, over the years, our investigations have resulted in city payroll cheats getting suspended, fired, even convicted of theft for killing time while taxpayers foot the bill. But some still haven't learned their lesson. The difference now is they're working harder, not at their jobs, but to avoid getting caught. James D'Antonio works hard at not getting caught going home when he's supposed to be at work for the City Department of Transportation. Mr. D'Antonio, Pam Zeckman, CBS 2 News. Okay. Did you have a hard day of work today?
Hard day? 8-hour day of work.
During the 5 days we watched him in September and October, D'Antonio never worked a full 8 hours. Day after day, we saw him swipe in at a city building near his home around 7 a.m. and head straight to a local coffee shop for up to an hour. Then he headed right back home, wasting as much as 5 hours of his day. D'Antonio apparently goes to great lengths to conceal it. On October 1st, for example, he finally left his house at 11:35 by the back door, walked down an alley, into a park, through this hole in a fence to get to his car, parked 3 blocks away. That's when he left for work. Are you trying to avoid getting caught payroll cheating?
Not at all.
What are you doing?
I have to go.
D'Antonio says he has special permission to go home to take care of his sick mother. For
I'm on what's called a intermittent family medical leave.
But his boss says you can't get paid while on family leave.
You don't go home when you're on the clock. You go to your job site. You go to wherever your job duties are.
And the commissioner was angry about the apparent payroll cheating we found.
It's not going to be tolerated. It never has been. It never will.
D'Antonio's family connections are interesting. His father was Jimmy Legs D'Antonio, a close associate of mob kingpin Joey the Clown Lombardo. And Lombardo was one of many mobsters named as a co-conspirator in this Justice Department lawsuit, alleging that the Laborers Union District Council benefits organized crime in Chicago by providing mob members or their relatives with significant sources of income and the appearance of legitimate jobs. And one of the locals is the union that got D'Antonio Jr. his job with the city. You're listed as an asphalt helper.
Okay.
Do you do anything with asphalt?
Please, I gotta go.
D'Antonio's listed as an asphalt helper, earning $58,000 a year. Nice salary for someone who actually works as a courier when he works. Are you cheating the taxpayers
Absolutely
by not putting in a full day? Boris Gurovich, who makes more than $61,000 a year as a building inspector, has a track record for payroll cheating. He was caught falsifying timesheets and repeatedly failing to complete work assignments in 1999. He was suspended for 90 days, but he still doesn't get it. Day after day, we saw Gurovich at his far north side home by noon or 1, 13 miles from the south side where he was supposed to be inspecting buildings. Apparently, Gurovich is trying to avoid getting caught again. On October 17th, for example, his car was parked a block away from his home. He left at 3:30 by the back door and walked down this long alley. Mr. Gurovich! He took off when he spotted our camera. Mr. Gurovich, would you please stop? So we tried to catch up with him. What are you doing at home in the middle of the day? You're supposed to be inspecting buildings. That's what he claimed to be doing on his log sheets. But on the days we watched him, Gurovich wrote down that he inspected 23 South Side buildings at the times when we saw him at home, which infuriated his boss.
Public safety is being put at risk because people like Boris Gurovich decide that they're not willing to do what we're paying him to do. People like Boris Gurovich have no place in city government, period.
So what does all this cost you, the taxpayers? We'll give you an idea tomorrow night at 10 when we also add another city worker to our list of time killers. You were out in Elmhurst and Lombard today. What kind of work for the city were you doing there?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
We'll tell you what we're talking about and tally up the waste we found tomorrow night at 10. Linda and Antonio?
Unbelievable, Pam.
Look forward to more. Thank you, Pam.